Hello and welcome. I'm Nathan Light, professional angler and host of the television program 3B Outdoors. In this video series, we're focusing on 18 premier fishing destinations located in the southwestern Virginia area called the Blue Ridge Highlands Fishing Trail. It's a great place to relax, fish, and the locals even refer to this area as the outdoor mecca of the East. These diverse fisheries are all located within short driving distances of each other, really making them shine. You can experience the solitude of world-class trout fishing in a pristine mountain stream in the morning and be screaming down the lake in a high-powered bass boat the same afternoon or any style in between. Rainbow and brookies, smallmouth and largemouth bass, muskie, walleye, and even crappie. You name it, if it swims, we've got it. Grab your tackle box and let's go fishing. I'm sure you'll be hooked when you fish the blue. Bruce Wankel, thanks for having me today and bringing me out fishing in your part of the world. I know this part of these trout streams are what you live for, and you know this is what you're all about. Share with us just a little bit about the fishery and kind of, you know, what are we going to try to catch today?
Sure. Well, this afternoon we're here on a First Order Creek. We're about 3,000 feet elevation. We're in the Jefferson National Forest, and this is the home of the native brookie, southeastern strain, wild brookie. People call them trout, but they're not trout. They're part of the char family. Live in a stream like this, and probably within a 45-minute drive of this stream, there are 4 other wild brookie streams. So we're very fortunate to have these high country first order trout streams.
So these are native, they're not stocked, correct?
They probably came here with the last ice age. These are the original wild brookies.
And what's a big one? What's a large brookie as far as size goes?
Here in these little creeks, the trout grow as big as the creek is, so they're not going to get very big. A 6-7 inch brookie can be considered, you know, an old fish. But there are probably some 10 and 12 inch brookies around these parts. Now, just downstream from here, there are stock trout sections, which is really, it offers a nice variety to all anglers.
So, well, let's see if we can't fool a few of these brook trout. I'm going to get out of the way and kind of, you know, just watch you, see if we can catch a few of them. But, man, once again, I'm going to thank you one more time.
Sir.
Just taking time out of your day and hanging with us on the Virginia Blue Ridge Highlands Fishing Trail.
Well, if I like to tell, if I like to share anything besides sharing the water, it's sharing our offerings that we have here for a wonderful weekend. You know, come for the whole week. There's so much to do besides, in addition to fishing, and there are some premier golf courses nearby.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of things to do.
Sure.
Let's catch some fish.
Okay.
Now, what are you fishing today, Bruce? What kind of fly? What kind of?
Well, we've got a little. We've got a dry fly on. It's called a lime trout. It's got some deer hair. It's kind of bushy. There's still remnants of the heavy rains, and there's a lot of leaves in the water, so we may even have to fish something a little bit bigger, just to help them see what we got. A little bit of debris in the water. Don't know if that nymph's even getting down deep enough. Ah, Swanee. Ah, Swanee. Fast water.
You know they're in there.
We want one too bad, that's it. We want one too bad. Can you zoom in on it? That thing's probably going to hop off. Can you come down and look at this? I don't know if you can see that or not. He's got his spawning colors.
Oh man.
Isn't that something? They are just
And that's a
gorgeous.
native. He grew up here, born here.
Yeah. His great-grandpappy was here, you know, the Ice Age. Think about how long ago that was. They're just gorgeous. They have those blue halos around those magenta.
Wow.
And you can see they're tough little critters now. They are tough. They make it through the winter. You and I turn the thermostat up, get a little heat going. They don't have a thermostat here in their creek. You can almost see the vermiculation, the worm, a little bit bigger one. See that?
Oh yeah.
There's actually an old-timey fly. It's a wet fly that has the colors red, black, and white. I'm gonna let that go back in there towards that a little cove right there. You know there's a set of eyes on that thing. You know that fish we caught, he may be 4 or 5 years old. There's probably one back in there a little further if I can get it to drift back in there. That's like throwing a pig and jig right in the daggone brush.
Oh, he eat it. I saw him.
I was just getting ready to talk to you about why we would put a little twitch, because there's a lot of stuff swirling around. And if you can make yours do something different than everything else out there.
We call it the dying quiver.
Yeah, really. That's exactly what it is. I like that little spot right back in there. And just do a little roll cast. Just put that line right underneath the trigger finger. And you can just do a little roll flip. Go ahead and drop that. Scoot it around, scrape it around. Now, I don't know. That water looks a little dirtier. And we may even have to put a smaller one on, because, you know, this time of year, just let it float right there real soft. Sometimes they can't resist that. So I may even put a smaller one on. Yeah, there you go. Get some of that, this constant little minge, because the leader is getting sent over to the left.
Oh,
gosh,
that was a good one.
Let's rest him a minute. Let's just rest him. Yeah. You could come down here just on a brookie trip. Come, stay at one of the hotels or campgrounds or bed and breakfasts. You know, fish till 5:30, go home, go back to the bed and breakfast or the Martha Washington Inn, get a nice dinner. We all work hard.
Yes.
You do too, and at times I work hard, especially when I'm rowing the drift boat. And you like to reward yourself for a nice meal and a nice play or a nice movie or a nice musical event.
The Barter Theater.
The Barter Theater, but you know, up here in Marion they have a lot of bluegrass and musical shows right there in town. There you go. That's all right. Don't pull hard, because it's there you go. Because if we sink it into the wood, then it's sunk into the wood. Get a little more line out, just a few inches. There you go. That's good. Do that little flip cast. Perfect. Oh, you try. Now I saw where he came out of. He came out of that dark area. He had his eye on it clear over there.
Lost it already. Ah, where'd it go?
That's back over there in the back.
Oh, I see it.
That's fine. See if you can do a left shoulder roll cast. Yep. And then hold some of this line out of that fast water,
okay,
and you'll get that little slower drift. That is our biggest issue, is dealing with the effects of the water, the currents on our fly line,
okay,
and leader in this case. Well, that water's going fast.
Now we switched over to white top laurel. As you can tell, the water's a little bit more fast, a little bit deeper, also a little bit wider, and we're going to try to catch a rainbow here. Really nice stretch of stream. Now, as you can see, this big trestle bridge that's running over, we are right in the heart of the creeper trail. Man, this white top laurel runs right through Damascus, and this creeper trail catches a lot of attention, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place to come and bring your family and ride a bike. This is about all the time we have today on white top laurel. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you on another stop of the Virginia Blue Ridge Highlands Fishing Trail. We'll return with more fishing shortly, but the Blue Ridge Highlands Fishing Trail is more than just awesome fishing. There's plenty to do and see, and I'm sure you'll want to bring the entire family along for an action-packed vacation. The Museum of Appalachia, founded in 1969 by John Rice Irwin, portrays an authentic mountain farm village with some 36 historic log structures, exhibit buildings filled with thousands of authentic Appalachian artifacts, gardens surrounded by split rail fences, and farm animals in a picturesque setting. Southern Living has featured the Museum of Appalachia in its pages no fewer than 5 times. Its writers have been drawn into the romance and beauty of the region's history on their trips to the museum. The museum has been featured in dozens of other national magazines and has been the subject of articles in virtually every major newspaper in the country. Thousands of people from every state in the Union and many foreign countries view this splendid preservation of Southern Appalachian life each year, and the official Tennessee Blue Book has described it as the most authentic and complete replica of pioneer Appalachian life in the world. The Lindemood School in Settlers Ridge is a great example of the typical one-room schoolhouse in southwest Virginia during the 1890s. Song of the Mountains showcases the best talents in bluegrass and old-time music from the heart of the region where it all began. Live concerts are held monthly at the Lincoln Theater in Marion, Virginia. Smith County also boasts 32 miles of popular motorcycle trails dubbed as the Back of the Dragon. The Hardy Roberts Memorial Wave Pool offers a refreshing and affordable way to enjoy the ocean without having to drive several hours. Authentic waves produced by compressed air make this recreational feature a great place to spend a summer afternoon. Another gorgeous day we have for you. We're on the South Fork of the Holston River, stop number 10 of the Virginia Blue Ridge Fishing Trail. I'm Nathan Light, your host along the way, and today you're going to see one example of why the South Fork makes this whole area the outdoor mecca of the East. My guest today is Dr. Eric Sacknoff. We're going to do a little fly fishing for some trout. Doctor?
Nice to meet you, Nathan. I'm looking forward to a great day here.
Glad to have you. We're going to, like I said, we're on the South Fork. We're going to split up, go do a little trout fishing along the way, and we'll check in with each other. And then before the day's over, I want you to share with those that's watching your involvement with Trout Unlimited, with the schools, education, conservation, and also I really want them to hear how you came to be a resident of Marion, Virginia.
It'd be my pleasure. Looking forward to a great day.
All right, let's go catch a big trout.
Okay. I'm just watching the strike indicator come all the way down through this deep channel. And I'll follow it all the way down. At the end of the run, the lower trailer fly usually kind of rises just like a nymph would rise to hatch, and sometimes that's where the take is. Yeah. This is called high sticking, where you keep your rod in the air, keep very little tension and slack on the line so that you can see the strike indicator and see if there's any movement. Since fish, 80% of the time, fish are feeding off the bottom, one has to learn the nymphs to get your line down, so I have a bead-headed nymph to get it low enough as a trailer, and then I have a little larger. You can either have a stone fly or, I have fished in many parts of the world, in Chile, Labrador, the Bahamas for bonefish, the Caribbean, tarpon, a little bit in Spain, a little bit in Italy, and all around the United States. And this is the most convenient place to live and fly fish. It's really beautiful. I can fly fish at least 10 months of the year. It gets kind of cold in January and February, and my fingers don't work as well at that time of year. But as soon as March rolls around, we have a beautiful spring with all these redbud trees, and dogwoods, and mountain laurel, rhododendron, just naturally growing here. It's really quite beautiful. I grew up in Maine, and I never saw the ground from November to April. Learned to play ice hockey and ski and do all those nice winter sports, but I'd rather be doing this. Of course, we have the Barta Theater, we have great restaurants, shopping for the ladies. We have all kinds of wonderful people who live here. We don't have enough time to do all the social things that are going on. Of course, I'm busy as a urologic surgeon now, so that's my primary activity. It's been a really wonderful place to have my profession and also my sport. See, this clear water comes right out of the springs of the mountains. It's ice cold, and as you know, trout are warm or cold water fish. God. It's the beauty. Woo. Okay, I think we'll beach this guy. It's just an average South Fork trout. About 20 inches. Nice rainbow. Hello there. There you go. There's a beauty. You got a good picture? He took the Montana nymph.
Oh, what?
A Montana nymph. It looks like a big stonefly. And then he's probably... just an average fish for the South Fork. Here we go. Oh, I saw the take. I can see the trout. I like to reel them up, get them on the line so I have good tension. And I'm just going to back up a little bit. He's a pretty active guy. Oh, he's running all over the place. He's a little get tired a little bit, but he's pretty active. This is a nice, healthy fish. He's only about 18 or 20 inches. He took the dropper, which is a bead-headed gold-ribbed hares here. As you can see, I'm trying to keep pressure on him so he's a little tired. What I like to do is just back up a little bit like this, bring him into the shallower water. Nice rainbow. And he's up where I can get at him.
Easy, bud. Easy, bud, easy.
Here we go. Nice. Just another nice rainbow. Beautiful day. We'll let him go.
There it is. There he goes.
Catch him another day. Oh, he's an actor. He wants to get on the camera. This one's about 18 inches. Let him go.
There we go. Barely had him hooked in the top of the head. He's exhausted. We're gonna let him. There he goes. He's off. That right there, the thrill of catching a big fish, that just adds icing to the cake. This beautiful scenery, just being out here in the nature is just unbelievable. Okay, Eric, we came by Buller Fish Hatchery, and as I think of fish hatcheries, I think of trout. But you shared with me that there's tons more going on there than just trout.
Absolutely, Nathan. This hatchery raises mollusks and mussels that help to filter this beautiful gin clear water to keep it clean for trout. But they also raise bass, some walleye, some muskie, and some of these fish get distributed all over the state of Virginia. But it's been a pleasure to introduce you to fly fishing for trout in Virginia.
Well, I tell you, I had an awesome time, and it's just really neat to get away and do something so different, and I think you've hooked me. I think I'll be back.
I think you will too.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, Nathan.
Nice to meet
Take
you.
care.